I told you in today's breaking news that this was going to happen and that XRP would get exchange-traded funds and exchange-traded funds more sooner than you think, despite the fact that it is still in court in the meantime. Regarding the hashtags Nasdaq Crypto Index ETF portfolio, Chad Stingrapper has revealed some alarming information pertaining to the portfolio. Due to the fact that the SEC has recently accepted the $19 billion, it is vitally crucial to take note of this right now. This is very important information, so hurry up and file it. Essentially, it is a paperwork that has to be filled out in order for these tokens to be listed on a stock market. When it comes to hashtags and XRP Ripple in particular, you should not focus on the weights, but rather on the amount of XRP that you need to purchase for each share. More than $215, which is a significant amount of money, and Hashtags controls approximately 79,609 shares, which at the moment the fund is in possession of 17 million XRP, which results in the NAV price per share being greater than $6,500. Absolutely wonderful news. At this very moment, you have unmistakable evidence that the institutions are forthcoming, and it is possible that they have already arrived. Things are increasing in speed, and they are interested in XRP. Regarding the price of XRP on the cryptocurrency markets, there are both positive and negative news stories. The fact that the price of XRP is still little lower than 50 cents is really fortunate. In addition to the construction of new structures, it is rumored to be worth a significant amount of money. According to the information that is accessible, Cathie Wood is the owner of 21 shares of the AXRP RIPPLE XRP ETP, which is the largest XRP ETP, with 3.7 million units available. Due to the fact that they are aware of how valuable XRP will be in the near and distant future, they have a large number of shares. They are aware that XRP will quickly become a very valuable asset. The rush to utilize XRP is almost finished, and the price is set to shoot through the ceiling as a result of the debut of XRP exchange-traded funds ETPs on the Nasdaq stock market. It is essential to keep in mind that it is more necessary to consider the wider picture than the little individual details. Keep in mind that the implementation of blockchain technology is just getting started at this point. The chain is currently being used to transfer enormous sums of money, which means that it will begin to take place in a very short length of time today. Right at the beginning, if you are able to comprehend the fact that the blockchain technology is being made more scalable, you will be able to join the group of individuals who are currently making a significant amount of money. The Real Asset Advisor podcast, which you should absolutely listen to if you haven't already, contains a lot of information that is pretty much identical to what was discussed here. However, if you are still uncertain about how early it is and what the future holds for Ripple and XRP, you should read this article from Smoke. 6 days ago, JP Morgan, which is one of the largest banks in the United States, published a report with the title Emerging Technology Trends at the time. According to the report, one of the areas that is expected to experience a significant amount of growth in 2024, which is the current year, is the tokenization of ordinary financial assets on blockchain-based platforms. All of that is going to take place this year. Platforms that are based on blockchain technology will initiate the tokenization of trade finance. Who is going to assist these trade financing companies in accomplishing that? Who exactly is it that is assisting JP Morgan, Ripple and XRP in this context? It is true that JP Morgan is connected to on-demand liquidity, which is utilized for more than 50% of all Swift ISO 2020 trades that take place somewhere in the world. In addition to that, they presented Ripple to market makers throughout the week. Ripple and XRP are examples of the kinds of institutions and assets that these large TradeFi businesses are specifically interested in acquiring. Ripple and Stellar are currently in the process of constructing the payment lines that will be utilized by banks and central banks. This particular example comes from Blackstone Capitalist. Compared to the money that is based on them, having something as useful as these two puts you ahead of the financial giants in terms of becoming financially independent, and once you have that understanding, you will realize that it helps you achieve financial independence. Read this very significant piece that was written by Stuart Alderotti, who is the chief legal officer at Ripple. Considering that there were only 40 million individuals using the internet in 1997, the opening paragraph of the Supreme Court's opinion on internet content demonstrates how significant the potential for cryptocurrency is. In the past, the majority of people were completely unaware of what the internet was, but today there are billions of people who use it each and every day. At this point in time, it is pretty much where cryptocurrency stands. Cryptocurrency is a very new concept, and the majority of people are unaware that it even exists. The markets are going to experience a rise in price and value as a result of the increased number of individuals who utilize them as we go through this financial transition that will involve the usage of crypto technology, the crucifix. Within the following 2 to 3 years, it will be worth $240 trillion, and by the year 2027, it will be worth up to $250 trillion. Ripple is the most successful in terms of international payments. Through the usage of XRP, Ripple is able to facilitate international payments in regions with limited liquidity. There is going to be a significant increase in the demand for XRP over the next few years. It is impossible for XRP to remain at a low price, yet it is also impossible for XRPs to be valued thousands of dollars. When it comes to the transition to digital assets, Ripple and XRP are at the forefront. To a large extent with the assistance of a powerful group of law and policy specialists who are making significant progress in the sector. They are actually making it feasible for anyone to use cryptocurrency without any restrictions. An illustration of this would be Lauren Belive, who serves as the head of Ripple's public policy and government operations in the United States. At the United States Department of Treasury, she has been observed participating in several important meetings alongside the Undersecretary for Domestic Finance. Due to the fact that Ripple and XRP are the ones who are establishing the guidelines for this new revolution, this interview demonstrates how significant this is for both of them. Take a listen to this. Companies of all kinds, not just those dealing in cryptocurrency, need to be aware of what they are going to accomplish this year and how it will impact their bottom line in the next 2, 3, or 5 years. In addition to this, they need to be aware of what the market will carry out and how it will evolve. In addition, as I mentioned at the beginning of the panel, these businesses are able to go to other nations in order to conduct business there if they are in possession of clear regulations or permits. I am aware of this as the commander of the United States team. During my meetings with officials and regulators in a single nation, we continue to discuss some of the most significant political issues that the globe is currently facing. When I meet with folks from other nations, however, the talks that we have are nothing like what I'm used to. And regardless of whether you are in the United Kingdom, Brazil, or Dubai, you always go in and have conversations that are a lot more business-like. As can be seen, there are companies situated in the United States that are concerned about the safety of its users and adhere to the guidelines. In addition, it is essential to keep in mind that although a significant portion of this is driven by the requirements of the corporation, it is also driven by the requirements of the customers. And the government of the United States ought to pay attention to what the people of this country desire. In the United States, there are currently 52 million people that use cryptocurrency. They will be responsible for ensuring that they handle their money in a manner that is both trustworthy and secure. Because of this, you are viewing firms based in the United States. A number of them are going to travel to another nation. Other nations are attracting the most talented individuals in the growth sector. When it comes to conducting business overseas, individuals want to go to places where they can be certain of how things will turn out since they need to know how to run their enterprises in the next 18 to 5 years. There will be a significant gap between the United States of America and other nations that are able to say, come here and innovate, and we'll be able to see this kind of product grow for our users. This disparity will be significant in this particular sector. There is no question that this ETP for Ripple is a significant piece of news, yet in reality it is merely a significant confirmation of what will occur for